Welcome to day 6 of 4 weeks of yoga. This is the last day, the last video of this week, so I really hope you've enjoyed it so far. And so we're going to start like we have been with the body scan, so seated on the floor with the eyes closed. And we're just going to bring our attention towards our breath. We're really going to focus on it and see where it is in this moment. How fast it is, how deep it is. And noticing the movements the torso makes with each breath. Now you can bring your attention down to your feet, noticing the sensations you're having, and noticing how your feet feel today. And now you can think about your legs and your knees, noticing how the muscles are feeling today, maybe a little bit tense, or maybe not. We're just noticing where we're at today. And now you can bring your attention to your hips and your torso. Now we're going to bring our attention towards our hands and our arms. Now you can think about your shoulders and the neck and even the chest. And now we're going to think about our state of mind, just accepting and acknowledging where your state of mind is at in this moment. Now we can slowly come to standing on one end of our yoga mat or carpet to do our 4 half sun salutations. So we're going to inhale the arms out and up, looking towards the sky. And with an exhale, we're going to bend at the waist, touching the ground. And lift the head a bit. As you exhale, we're going to step back into a plank and lower down. Now you can push up into Cobra Pose. And on your next exhale, coming into Child's Pose. Inhaling, we're going to come up and come to standing to repeat that. So with an inhale, we're going to reach our arms up towards the sky, and with an exhale, we're going to touch the ground, bending from the waist. Inhale the head up a bit, and with an exhale, we're going to lower down to the ground. With an inhale, we're going to come into Cobra Pose, straightening the arms as much as you can. And with an exhale, we're going to come into Child's Pose. Now we're going to come up, and we're going to come back up to standing to repeat that for the 3rd time. So we're going to inhale the arms out and up, really enjoying the stretch. And with an exhale, we're going to come back down to the ground. We're going to lift the head up a bit. And with an exhale, we're going to lower until we're laying on the ground. With an inhale, you can push up into Cobra Pose. And with an exhale, we're going to come into Child's Pose. Now we're going to come up and come to standing to repeat that for the last time. Take advantage of the repetition to really enjoy each stretch and pose. So we lift the arms up, and with an exhale we're going to touch the floor. Going to inhale the head up a bit, and with an exhale we're going to step back and lower down to the ground. Now we're going to come up into Cobra Pose. And on your next exhale, we're going to push into Child's Pose. Now you can come up, and we're going to come to standing to repeat the first half of that. So we're going to inhale the arms out and up, looking towards the sky, and with an exhale, we're going to bend from the waist, putting our hands on the ground. Inhaling, lifting the head a bit, and with an exhale, we're going to relax the head. Gonna lift the head again, and we're gonna step back and come to all fours and do a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling, you can arch your back, and with an exhale, you can round your back. So arching and rounding the back. So inhale, arching the back, and rounding it. Now we're going to stay here and lower down into Child's Pose. Now you can come up with an inhale, arch the back, and exhaling you round the back. Staying here for an inhale and coming down into Child's Pose. With an inhale coming up, arching the back. Now you round the back, and on your next exhale, lower down into Child's Pose. Now we're going to come back up, and arch the back, and round it. And we're going to lower down into Child's Pose. We're going to come back up, inhaling, arch the back. And with an exhale, round it. And arch it and round it. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, arching the back. And with an exhale, we're going to round the back. Now we're going to stay here for an inhale and exhaling, lower down into Child's Pose. Then we're going to come back up and repeat that a few times. So rounding the back, and with an exhale, lowering down into Child's Pose. Then we're going to come up, arching the back, exhaling, round it, and lower down into Child's Pose. Coming up, we're going to arch the back, exhaling, round it, and we're going to lower down into Child's Pose. Now we're going to come up, and we're going to leave our back neutral and get ready to do Downward Dog. So tucking the toes, and with an inhale, we're going to lift the hips and straighten the knees as much as is comfortable while still keeping the back long. You can walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other and alternating like that, or you can just stay in the pose. Now we're going to lower down, and with an exhale, come into Child's Pose. Going to come up and get ready to repeat that. So tucking the toes, we're going to lift the hips and straighten the knees on an inhale. Now we're going to stay in the pose and don't forget to breathe while in the pose. Now you can lower down and rest in child's pose. Now we're going to come up and get ready to do the dolphin pose. So on all fours, yet with the elbows on the floor underneath the shoulders and the hands clasped together. On an inhale, we're going to lift the hips and straighten the knees as much as is comfortable while still keeping the back long. You can also think about pushing the floor away with your elbows and forearms. Now we're going to walk the feet back a few inches and lower the hips, shifting the weight mostly into our arms to stay in a dolphin plank pose. Now you're going to lower down into child's pose to rest. We're going to come back up and get ready to repeat that. So elbows on the floor, hands clasped together. And with an inhale, lifting the hips and straightening the knees while still keeping the back long. Now you can walk the feet back a few inches, lower the hips, and stay here in dolphin plank pose for about 2 more breaths. Now we're going to lower down and rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Now we're going to come to standing to do our cardio. So the first exercise is squats. You can do the arms as I'm showing in the video, or wherever you need to best suit your needs. So 30 seconds of squats. Perfect. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds and get ready for the next exercise, which will be jumping jacks. So 30 seconds of jumping jacks starting now. Wonderful. Now we're going to go get ready for our next exercise, which is lunges. So during these 15-second rests, don't forget to breathe. That's so important. So 30 seconds of lunges. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds and repeat it all. So starting with squats, then going into jumping jacks, and we're going to finish off with lunges. So we're halfway through the cardio. Don't give up now. You got this. So we're going to start the 30 seconds of squats now.
It's safe to say my life is too crowded, my heart buried under everything I gotta do. I need you.
Perfect. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds. The next exercise are the jumping jacks.
Voices telling me I gotta work my way to you. That's not true.
And the 30 seconds start now.
I'm giving you space to speak. I'm giving you space to speak. Oh my God, it's just you and me. A little more room to breathe. A little more room to breathe. Oh my Lord, that's all I need.
Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds. We only have one exercise left, 30 seconds of lunges. So breathe, and you got this. Only 30 more seconds left. And lunges starting now.
I'm giving you space to speak. Oh my God, it's just you and me. A little more room to breathe. Just a little more room to breathe. Oh my Lord, that's all I need.
Perfect. Now we're going to come down to the ground and we're going to lay on our backs with the legs bent. Now you can put the right foot on the left knee. You can leave it there on the ground, or you can interlace your fingers wrapped around your left thigh and bring it closer into your chest. And a reminder that as we're doing these cool down stretches, we're going to start to lengthen the breath to bring the heart rate back down.
Speak, oh speak to me now. Tenderly, quietly, it doesn't even need to be loud.
Now we're going to release the legs and switch feet. So the left foot on the right knee.
Speak to me now.
You can leave it on the floor or bring the right thigh closer into your chest. Making sure to flex the feet to protect the knees.
I'm giving you space to speak. I'm giving you space to speak. Oh my God, it's just you and me. A little more room to breathe. A little more.
Now you can release the legs, and we're going to straighten the right leg and keep the left one bent. Now you're going to twist the left knee over to the right side, extending the left arm out to the side, twisting only as much as is comfortable while still keeping the left shoulder on the ground.
You're what I need. All I need.
Now we're going to change sides, so bending the right leg and twisting it over to the left side, with that right arm extended out to the side and the shoulder staying on the ground.
When the shadows feel like giants, are you chasing me down? Tell me where could I run?
going to come back, bending both knees, and with the hands on the kneecaps, we're going to bring the knees into our chest with an exhale. And as we inhale, we're going to let the arms come straight, and with an exhale, we're going to bring the knees back into our chest. Now you can release the legs and let them fall where it's most comfortable. They can be bent or they can be straight. And you can let your arms also fall where is most natural, either to your sides, or you can let them rest on your torso. And we're just going to rest here and continue to lengthen the breath. If you have your hands on your torso, you can bring your attention towards the movement that the torso makes with each breath. And we're just going to rest here and lengthen the breath.
Mercy waits at every end, like you planned it from the start. To the dawn, come with wings, or find me far side of the sea.
Now we're going to start to imagine and visualize our stress as either a weight on top of the chest or as water that's like excess water that's weighing us down. And with each moment that passes as we're resting here and breathing, that water falls, or that weight is being lifted up off our chest. So each moment and second that passes, you feel lighter and freer. And just when you think you felt the lightest and freest you ever could possibly feel, you feel even lighter and even freer.
Should I rise or should I fall? You were faithful through it all.
And as all that stress and anxiety, that weight goes on the chest, begins to lift, you find it easier to breathe and easier to lengthen the breath. You can continue to feel how each anxious thought and each stressful situation begin to dissipate in this moment. So as we lay here, we're just going to let the breath fall to wherever is natural. And we're going to rest physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Trying to clear our head of any excess thoughts, just letting them be in the back of our mind, but not bringing them to the front, not giving them importance. This is your time to rest and rejuvenate and regain your strength. As we're laying here and resting, we're going to listen to the meditation for today, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. That's from 1 Peter 5:7. So you can just let that soak into your heart and mind and truly cast all your anxiety away and cast it on Him.
You're too good to Spirit of Jesus living within us, never to fail or forsake.
And when you're ready, you can come to lay on one side, pulling your knees into your chest. And with a soft gaze or closed eyes, you can push up to seated.
Whispers the sound of your name.
And now we're going to put our hands over our heart. And with a deep, long inhale, you're going to imagine that you're filling your heart up with peace and joy. And as you exhale, you're going to send all that energy and joy and peace into your entire body.
Filled with your wonder.
And now you can let your hands rest on your knees. And as you inhale, you can lower your head. And as you exhale, you can slowly open your eyes and lift your head. So that was our practice for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this week. And tomorrow I'm not going to post a video. It's going to be a day for you to rest, which is just as important as the days we work out and do yoga. However, I am going to be going live on Instagram at 3 p.m. Central Time, so I hope to see you there. So I hope you have a magnificent and mindful day. See you next time.